And I actually watch a lot of your videos all the time. And I was telling Sean, I said, take a look at some of Fred's videos. It was yesterday, right? You were looking at his video. I was telling him to take a look at some of your videos because they're very inspiring and thought-provoking.
Is this you too, Ben?
Congratulations.
No, it's family. You wouldn't? All right, shit. He shot my documentary.
So, and I appreciate y'all, man. Like, I don't read too much, you know, but I know, like, the guys that are out there pushing and fighting and trying to get people to see things, you know, the right way. I know that y'all been doing your thing, man. And I know people try to, you know, quiet y'all down and stuff like that. And I couldn't tell you, man, guys like yourself.
The stuff you're doing, it's something you can apply to your life. So.
Barbershop conversation. So Ticket just dropped a video, and I absolutely love this question. Who's better, Dirk or Karl Malone? Now, I'm just going to give my impulse quick response. I don't know what the true numbers are. We all know Karl Malone is second all-time in points. If he would have stayed one more year with the Lakers, he would have broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record, but chose to retire. We know this. And we all know the Stockton to Malone. That's been in many hip-hop songs. And they will, I don't know if they go in the Hall of Fame. Did they go in the Hall of Fame together? I don't know if they did, but they should be enshrined next to each other. If anything, they definitely made each other. One thing I will say about them, that combination validates that you can manufacture your success. Obviously, it takes some form of talent. But if you would have saw Karl Malone free throws, if you would have seen how slow John Stockton is in person, and realize that not Isaiah Thomas, not Allen Iverson, not Nate Archibald, not Dennis Johnson, but he is the all-time, John Stockton is the all-time leader in NBA in assists and steals. Now let me get back to the conversation as it relates to who's better. I think Dirk Nowitzki is better. And the reason why I think Dirk Nowitzki is better is he can do everything Karl Malone can do in a finesse kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And because he can turn over either shoulder, make the fadeaway jump shot. In his younger days, he could finish with the finesse. Karl Malone finishes probably a lot more vigorously, obviously. But here's the reason why Dirk Nowitzki is better than. And I'm not one that puts, because you didn't have a championship, you're not one of the best. Dominique Wilkins, Bernard King is one of the best small forwards to ever touch a basketball, and they didn't win a championship. So that's Bernard King. So I'm not one. I think the championships are great. Obviously, we all strive for them. I was a collegiate athlete, high school athlete. We all strive for them, but that doesn't, in my eyes, that doesn't necessarily make you greater than any other person. In terms of a conversation at the barbershop, yeah, but in terms of true talent, no. I mean, Patrick Ewing never won a championship. He's a top 10 center of all time. You know what I mean? Hakeem Olajuwon would have never won an NBA championship if Michael Jordan had retired for 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's all based upon other variables. And this is why, and this is the reason why I think Dirk Nowitzki is better than him. And I'm bringing up the championship. Karl Malone had a chance to slay the dragon, right? All he had to do was turn right shoulder, if my memory serves me correctly. There's a steal by Jordan, right? And he pulls up on Byron Russell on the left elbow, about 16 foot. Some say he pushed him off. That's part of the game, et cetera, et cetera. Splash, Michael Jordan. They win the NBA championship. Fast forward to 2000 and whatever that year was. Dallas Mavericks are huge underdogs against the Miami Heat. All they have is Dirk Nowitzki, right? All they have is Dirk Nowitzki. Now, keep in mind, years before that, if I'm not mistaken, Dwyane Wade won a championship with Shaq against the Dallas Mavericks. If I'm not mistaken, I remember because I was supposed to go to those finals, but something fell through in Dallas. Years later, Dirk Nowitzki comes back, and they slay the dragon. Chris Bosh, Dwyane Wade, and LeBron James, right? So let's be clear on that. And so that's why I would say Dirk Nowitzki is better, because he has naturally more skill. Karl Malone has a lot of skill, had a lot of talent out of Louisiana Tech. He has the worst, he had the worst draft suit of all time. some would argue. You know what I mean? I remember that picture with that little ass tie, man. It is the best. And yeah, I definitely. Charles Barkley had way more talent than Karl Malone. Karl Malone got way more out of his body. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with a guy like David Robinson. With Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal had way more talent, but David Robinson got way more out of his body. Shaquille O'Neal never won Defensive Player of the Year. His first 7 years, he should have won it 2 or 3 times. You know, I'll never fully grasp that. You understand what I'm saying? So I would take Dirk Nowitzki over, and especially in today's NBA, I would definitely take Dirk Nowitzki. Now, if we're playing bad boys, I still would take Dirk Nowitzki because he shoots the free throws at 90%. He has the ability to be slippery, and your game organically nurtures who is playing against. It organically goes to where it needs to go, because I'm just speaking for me as an athlete. Whoever you're competing against, if you are a more physical talent, if you're competing against a more physical play, then in the offseason you bulk up, like the videos we saw of Michael Jordan training to beat the Detroit Pistons with this what's his name, Grover? Tim Grover? Damn, I remember. It's amazing how these names come back. Tim Grover, I believe, was Michael Jordan's trainer when I was a kid. And so Dirk Nowitzki would have been more tough. You understand what I'm saying? And you could hand check back then too. So it would have been a little bit more challenging, but Dirk Nowitzki still would average 23 points because his ability to shoot 90% from the free throw line. And 2, Bill Laimbeer couldn't jump. You understand what I'm saying? So they have to bring John Salley off the bench. He would have the ability to shoot over a James Worthy. I'm trying to think of the small forwards. Dominique Wilkins was a terrible defender. Larry Bird was a great team defender. Johnny Newman was a small forward on the Knicks. So they're not Wayman Tisdale was a power forward, small forward, power forward. So, you know, he would have had his way. So I take Dirk Nowitzki. I take Dirk Nowitzki. I think he's a better player than Karl Malone. Karl Malone and the numbers, if you close your eyes and look at the numbers, or if you close your eyes and listen to the numbers, you naturally take Karl Malone. But Karl Malone was 80% talent, 20% manufactured. I don't know what the percentage is. I could be skewed, but you guys know where I'm going. Dirk Nowitzki developed his talent. You know what I mean? Karl Malone didn't know how to shoot. Karl Malone knew how to run the lane and run the floor and rebound, and get out of zip code rebounds. Out of zip code rebounds is when you can rebound going up in one place, going to a different area to grab the rebound. Think of Bill Laimbeer getting a rebound versus Dennis Rodman getting a rebound. Dennis Rodman can get a rebound anywhere out the floor. Bill Laimbeer can only get a rebound if it's vertical or at him. You understand what I'm saying? So Karl Malone was a special freak of talent, would have been a Hall of Fame defensive end if he would have played football, just based off his physical specimen. And but I would take Dirk Nowitzki ticket. I'm going. Let me start this Abnamara's fight. And congratulations. You know, we all got a soft spot for the underdog, but DeMarcos, congratulations, man. I was inspired by you this evening, so congratulations. You beat an undefeated fighter. And the fights are about to begin. Abnamar is frozen. Have it paused. He's walked in the ring, and I take Dirk. Holla at me, ticket. Peace. I just want to remind you guys, In Your Corner, a movie I directed on Floyd Mayweather and Sam Watson, is out now on Vimeo.com. In Your Corner, click the link in the description box. And I would genuinely love and appreciate you guys' support. And don't hesitate to leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the film. And again, I appreciate you guys' support and enjoy the video. Peace.